Hello students, welcome to this session. So last class I have taught you the lines of a poem of On Children, its introduction, and some of the lines I have explained you. And in today's class I will finish off the remaining lines here. So look here students. You may house their bodies but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow which you cannot visit not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backward, nor carries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children as the living arrows are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, that his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in an archer's hand be for gladness. For even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. So you have seen the prophet advises or suggestions given to a woman regarding the growth of a child, regarding in case of nurturing the child. Last class I have told all this background and introduction. Look here, in these sentences, in these lines, the archer or the prophet is again telling the woman or advising the not only woman there to the whole parents. You may house their bodies but not their souls. See here, the word house means protect. House means protect. So parents can only protect the children. Parents can only protect the children physically but not to their souls. So parents can take care of the children, they can give what and all money, the education, everything, but completely they can't own the souls of the children. Why? Because the soul of the body, that is not created by the parents. Only the physical body, biologically the parents will bring to on the earth. But the soul of the children, the soul of the child is created by the God. So parents can only give them a love, or they can only care and protect them, but not to their inner soul. The next line, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit even in your dreams. Why? Because parents can only protect the souls, not own their souls, because their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow. See, dwell means stay. Dwell ಅಂದರೆ stay. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ್ಮಕ ಬಂಧನ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. No one can put a boundary to a soul inside. The soul has many things to do. The soul has many ambitions, many imaginations. So ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಕಟ್ಪಾಡ ಅಂತರಾತ್ಮಕ ಹಾಕೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸೋಲ್ಸ್ ಡ್ವೆಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಹೌಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟುಮಾರೋ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರ ಆತ್ಮಗಳು ಈಗಿನ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಈಗಿನ ಒಂದು ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಕನಸನ್ನು ಕಾಣ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಲುಕ್ or they will have the imaginations beyond their thinking. ಅವರು ಭವಿಷ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ದ್ರವಣ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. See, in the house of tomorrow, ಆ ಭವಿಷ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕನಸು ಕಾಣ್ತಾರೆ, which they look in their future ambitions that parents can't reach. See, she is dwell in the house of tomorrow which you cannot visit, nor not even in your dreams. So parents can't able to think about the ambitions or the child wishes here. So which parents can't able to reach that. The next lines, you may strive to be like them but seek not to make them like you. You may strive, and the prophet is telling, asking the parents. You refers to a parents. So you may strive. What do you mean by strive? Strive here refers to struggle. So parents can struggle to become like the child. Is that clear? But don't make child to be like a parents. ಈ ಸಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಾಗಿ ಆಗ್ಬೋದ್ರಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ told here ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಈಗ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂಥ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ಸು ವರೀಸು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಏನೇ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು. ದ ಇನ್ನೋಸೆಂಟ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಟು ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಡೇ. ದೇ ವೋಂಟ್ ನೆವರ್ ವರೀಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್. ದೇ ನೆವರ್ ವರೀಡ್ ಆರ್ ದೇ ನೆವರ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ವರೀಸ್. ಸೊ ದೇ ಲಿವ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿಲಿ ಇನ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಹಾಗೆ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಇರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಆದರೆ ಅವರಾಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ರೀ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ children are very brilliant. Today's generation of children are very smarter and they are very intelligent. They know how to take the career or how to lead the life. It's not the requirement of a parents to force them or pressurize them here. So you may try to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. So here in these lines, don't train your child to be like you. See, but seek not to make them like you. Andre do not, parents do not parents do not train their children in making them like you. ಒಟ್ಟು ಅವರು ಹೆದ್ದಾಗ ನನ್ನಂಗೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ್ರಿ. ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಸಲಹೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟು ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಅವ್ರ ವಯಸ್ಸು ತಕ್ಕಂಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಒತ್ತಡ ಹೇರಬಾರ್ದು. You may try to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. Why? Because don't pressure the child. Why? ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ನೀವು ಟ್ರೈನೇ for life goes not backward nor carries yesterday. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀವನ ಅಥವಾ ಬದುಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹಿಮ್ಮುಖವಾಗಿ ಹೋಗುದಿಲ್ರಿ. ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಪಾಸ್ಟಿಂದ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಕೋತ ಕಥೆಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ಕೋತ ಕೂತಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಬಿ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್. ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ ಟೆಲ್ ದ ಎಸ್ಟರ್ಡೇಸ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಟು ಅ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಜೀವನ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹಿಮ್ಮುಖವಾಗಿ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೀಸ್ ಎಸ್ಟರ್ಡೇ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಥಿರವಾಗಿ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಜೀವನ ಬದುಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸ್ಥಿರವಿಲ್ಲ, ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್. ಲೈಫ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್. For life goes not backward nor carries with yesterday. Here the word carries stay at one place. Stay at one place. Or linger ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಬದುಕಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಚಲಿಸುವಂತಹ ಬದುಕು. You are the bows from which your children as the living arrows are sent forth. See, Gibran uses some metaphor here. See the bows here. And here one more arrows. What the bows or arrows suggest here? What is the metaphor is about? The bow is a metaphor for a parents. It suggests the parents. And arrows suggest the children. Students, in your examination, this question repeatedly asked, and it's very important. What the metaphor bow and the arrows suggest, they may ask. It's a repeated and most important question. Remember this and note down. See, bows andre bows ಅನ್ನೋದು ಏನು ಸೂಚಿಸುತ್ತೆ? bows ಅನ್ನೋದು parents ಅನ್ನು ಸೂಚಿಸುತ್ತೆ. arrows ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು? children. So ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? The next line. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite and it bends. Will you with his mighty that his arrows may go swift and far. See, archer will set a goal. Archer, what is that word archer? Archer refers to God. Billugara. Archer andre yaru? Billugara. So archer will be carrying what is that bow, and through using the bow, the archer will leave the arrows so that the arrows should reach the destination. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಲ್ಲುಗಾರ ಬಾಣವನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಬಿಲ್ಲುಗಳನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಗುರಿಯನ್ನು ಮುಟ್ಲಿ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಯೋಗಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದೇ ಥರನ ಆರ್ಚರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಎ ಗೋಲ್. ದ ಗಾಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ what is that sending the children on the earth. Before sending of the children, everything is decided by God. And in the path, look here, he knows in which path the child has to travel. ಯಾವ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಗುನ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವಂಥ ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ದ ಗಾಡ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ದೇರಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್, ದ ಗಾಡ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದ ಡೆಸ್ಟಿನಿ ಟು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಮಗುವಿನ ಏನು ಗುರಿ ಐತಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತಲುಪಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ನಿರ್ಧರಿಸಿ ಭಗವಂತ ಅವರನ್ನು ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ರೀ. ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ದ ಬೌಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯುವರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೆಂಟ್. ಜೀವಂತ ಬಾಣಗಳಂತೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಯಾರು? ಜೀವಂತ ಬಾಣಗಳಂತೆ ಬಿಲ್ಲಿನಿಂದ ಚಿಮ್ಮಿರುವಂತಹ ಜೀವಂತ ಬಾಣಗಳು ಯಾರು? ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ಆ ಬಿಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾರು? ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ, ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್. So you are the bows from which your children as a living arrows are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of infinite. He ಅನಂತದ ಹಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಇನ್ಫಿನೇಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅನಂತದ ಹಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಜೀವನದ ಅನಂತದ ಹಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಲ್ಲುಗಾರ ಬಾಣನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ಬಿಲ್ಲುಗಾರ ಬಾಣವನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ಬಿಲ್ಲುಗಳನ್ನು ಚಿಮ್ಮಿಸ್ತಾನ. ಸೊ ಈ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಲುಕ್ ಇನ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಲುಕ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಹಿ ಬೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಯು with his mighty that his arrows may go swift and far. So God lets the arrow to go swift and far so that it in the path of destiny. So ಸ್ವಿಫ್ಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ, ವೇಗವಾಗಿ ಬಿಲ್ಲುಗಾರ ಆ ಬಾಣಗಳನ್ನು ಚಿಮ್ಮಿಸ್ತಾನ. ಅವರ ಗುರಿಯನ್ನು ಅಂದರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅವರ ಗುರಿಯನ್ನು ತಲುಪಲಿ. ಯಾರ ಮೂಲಕ? ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಯ ಮೂಲಕ. ಸೊ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಗಿವ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಎಂಕರೇಜ್ ದ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಇನ್ ರೀಚಿಂಗ್ ದ ಗೋಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಟು encourage, motivate the children, not to restrict them. So I repeat the lines again. The archer sees the mark upon the path of infinite. ಇದು ಅನಂತವಾಗಿ, ಇದು ಕೊನೆ ಆಗಲಾರದು. ಬದುಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೊನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅನಂತವಾಗಿ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಶಾಶ್ವತವಾಗಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಈ ಬದುಕು. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಥ ಬದುಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಶುಡ್, ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ನೆವರ್ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೈಫ್, ಅ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ encourage their children. So you with his mighty that his arrows may go swift and far. So in the next sentence, let your bending, see the next lines here, let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness. Let parents must feel very happy and glad because of the bending andre archers are God's creations, what God is using as a messenger to these who are the messengers here? God's messengers, they are the parents. So parents must be very happy. Parents must be very happy by seeing the creation of God, that is the children. So they should feel very happy. So let's your bending in the archer's hand, God's hand be for gladness. ದೇವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಈ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯವನ್ನು ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳು ಸುಖವಾಗಿ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿ ಅನುಭವಿಸಿ ಪಾಲಿಸಬೇಕು. For even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. So why parents should bend and feel happy? Because God created both the parents and the children here. So when Creator has created both the parents and the children, Creator loves both the things here. Why? Because the archer or the God loves how the children, same with the God also loves the parents. So ಈ ಸಾಲುಗಳು ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ, for even as he loves, he and God's, for even as he loves the arrow that flies ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ arrow ಅನ್ನೋದಿಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳು, arrows that flies, it is not stable, ಸ್ಥಿರವಿಲ್ಲ. Flies ಅಂದ್ರೆ it will be moving. Children will be looking forward always. Children's life will have a future there. Everything is not over there. Yes, it is. The children will have many kind of ambitions in the future. So their life will be moving. So for even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. ತಂದೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಪ್ರೀತಿಸ್ತಾನೋ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ದೇವರು, ಅದೇ ಥರ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಯನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರೀತಿಸ್ತಾನ. He loves also the bow that is stable. What do you mean by stable? ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಥಿರವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಬಾಣವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ದೇವರು ಪ್ರೀತಿಸ್ತಾನ. ಬಿಲ್ಲು ಅಲ್ಲದೆ, ಚಲನೆಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಬಿಲ್ಲು ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಬಾಣವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ದೇವರು ಪ್ರೀತಿಸ್ತಾನ. So what the poem tells at the last, you can conclude the poem that parents should not be aristocratic towards the children. Parents should not parents' role in the life of children should be very much important. It's only the parents' role which make the child's future very much important, and the future of the children will be very brilliant only if parents are very much cooperative. So for even as he loves, look here, parents should not restrict, or they should not be aristocratic. We can say even that one more word we can use here. Parent as a dictator, they should not show the dictatorship. ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ನಡಿಬೇಕು, ನಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ನಡಿಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಬಾರ್ದು. Dictatorship ಅನ್ನೋದು parents must not to show towards the children. And even we can say that parents must be humble towards the parents. So parents should not be tensed or grumbled here, because everything is created by God. They know the God is destined everything. ಎಲ್ಲ ತೀರ್ಮಾನಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ದೇವರು. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಈ ಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ತೀರ್ಮಾನಿಸಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ why the parents should worry much on the children? To some extent, I agree that to some extent they should advise the child, they should take care, they should motivate, but when they choosing their own life decision, allow them to be free. So ಈ poem ಇದೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ students. With this I have completed the explanation of the lines. So after this, in the next session or in the next in the next session I am going to either upload the notes or I'll send you the question and answers. Thank you lot.